This question talks about five friends A, B, C, D, and E who went on a shopping trip. Before that trip, they were carrying amounts with them. The amounts were rupees 100, 300, and 400 with three of the friends, and the remaining two were having rupees 200 each with them. It is also mentioned that they did not lend or borrow from each other. It is also given that at the end of the shopping they were left with different amount among rupees 165, rupees 95, rupees 70, rupees 40, and rupees 10, not necessarily in the same order. Some other information is also given about their shopping, which will help us in solving who started with what amount, who spent what amount, and who was left with what amount. To solve this, first of all, we have to prepare a table like this: A, B, C, D, and E. These are five friends. I will write the starting amount here. I will write the spending amount here, and I will write the end amount here. The end amount would be starting amount minus the spending amount. I'll prepare a table like this, and we will go with the points. Point 3 says that E who spent rupees 35, that means this amount will be filled as 35, started with more money than exactly one person in the group. We know that the least amount is 100 and the second least amount is 200. That means E must have started with rupees 200 and he must have been left with rupees 165. 200 minus 35 is 165. Fourth statement says that C started with rupees 66.67% of the money what B started with. We know that we have four amounts: 100, 200, 300, and 400. The only possible amount which can be 66.67% of another amount is rupees 200. That means C must have started with rupees 200 and B must have started with rupees 300. Fine. From statement 1, we can say that A started with more money than what D started with. We know that there are only two amounts left, which are 100 and 400. So A must have started with amount 400 and D must have started with the amount 100. Now, in the second point, it is mentioned that B spent rupees 15 more than what C spent. This point will solve the entire table. We know that B has rupees 100 more than C, but B spent rupees 15 more than C. That means B must be left with rupees 85 more than what C must be left with. Now, among the remaining options, we have five values: 165, 95, 70, 40, and 10. 165, you already know that E is left with 165. Now, among the remaining four values, we have to find out two values in which the difference is 85. The only possible two values are 95 and 10, and we know that B should be left with rupees 85 more than what C should be left with. That means B should be left with 95 and C should be left with rupees 10. Now, last point says that D was left with more money than what A was left with. The only two amounts left are rupees 70 and rupees 40. That means D must be left with rupees 70 and A must be left with rupees 40. Fine. With this, we can fill the amounts what A must have spent. 400 minus 40, A must have spent rupees 360. B must have spent rupees 205. C must have spent rupees 190 and D must have spent rupees 30. We have our complete table with us. Now we can answer the questions on the basis of this table. The first question says that how much money did A spend? We know that A spent rupees 360. That means the correct answer is option D. What was the position of E in the ascending order of the spending? Ascending order means increasing order. The least amount was spent by D and the second least amount was spent by E, that is 35. So E's position is second. The correct option is option B. Next, who was left with rupees 40? we can see that A was left with rupees 40 at the end. So the correct option is option A. The last question is, what was the absolute difference between the amounts spent by B and D? We know that B spent rupees 205 and D spent rupees 30. So the difference is rupees 175, which is not mentioned in any of the three options. So the answer should be option D, none of these. Thank you.